Calleva Atrebatum. A long time ago, in ancient Britain, there was a special place called Calleva Atrebatum, which is known today as Silchester. Calleva Atrebatum was an important town for a tribe called the Atrebates, and it was a great example of something called an oppidum. An oppidum was a large, fortified settlement that people lived in, and it was usually surrounded by strong walls to keep it safe. Calleva Atrebatum was one of the first towns in Britain to be built in a special way, like the Roman towns. The town was laid out in a grid pattern. This means that its streets crossed each other at right angles, creating squares and rectangles like a checkerboard. This was very different from other places in Britain, where towns usually grew in a more random way. Calleva also had a stone wall built around it to protect the people living there. This wall made it a safe and secure place, and it showed how important the town was. Archaeologists, who are like detectives of the past, have found something amazing in the soil around Calleva. Tiny drops of gold. These little bits of gold tell us that people in Calleva were working with gold, perhaps making beautiful jewelry, coins, or other valuable items. The fact that gold was being worked here shows that Calleva was a rich and busy place where important things were happening. The people in Calleva probably traded these gold items with the Romans and other tribes in Britain. This means that Calleva was not just important for the Atrebates tribe, but also a key place for trading and making connections with other people. The Romans, who loved gold and fine things, would have been very interested in what Calleva had to offer. Now, let's talk about a man named Commius, who has a fascinating story connected to Calleva Atrebatum. Commius was originally from a place called Gaul, which is now France. He was a strong warrior and a leader, and he fought alongside Julius Caesar when Caesar came to Britain in 55 BC. But things didn't stay peaceful for Commius. In 53 BC, one of Caesar's army chiefs started to suspect that Commius was planning to overthrow the Romans. This army chief was sneaky. He pretended to want a friendly meeting with Commius, but when Commius arrived, the chief tried to kill him. Luckily, Commius managed to escape and ran away from the Romans. He joined forces with the Gauls to fight back against Caesar. After his battles in Gaul, Commius fled to Britain to start a new life. He became the king of the Atrebates tribe, and he ruled them from their capital, Calleva Atrebatum. As king, Commius made Calleva an even more important place, building it up as a center of power and trade. After Commius, 3 more kings ruled the Atrebates, and these kings are believed to have been his sons. This means that the legacy of Commius and his family lived on in Calleva, making it a strong and influential town for many years. Calleva Atrebatum wasn't just a regular town. It was a place where history happened. It was one of the first towns in Britain to be laid out like a Roman town, with its grid pattern and stone walls. It was a center for trade and craftsmanship, especially with its gold working. And it was the home of a brave and clever king, Commius, who made a new life for himself and his people after escaping from the Romans. Today, even though Calleva Atrebatum is known as Silchester, its ancient walls and ruins still tell the story of a town that was once full of life, rich in history, and an important part of Britain's past.